Hello everyone, welcome to Mobility Academy. I'm the flexibility guy, Coach Elia, and in today's video I want to show you a beautiful exercise to work on your hips flexibility, more in particular your hip internal and external rotation, okay, which is something really useful when it comes to hips flexibility. But before I start, let me show you my brand new book, Splits Hacking, which is the complete playbook to learn the splits and drastically improve your flexibility level. So if you want to improve your flexibility level, if you want to learn how to stretch it, and you want also to learn the front split and the side splits of the splits, you should definitely check out this book, and you can do that following the link in the description down below, okay? Now, with that said, let's start. Alright guys, so today I want to show you an exercise called the 90-90 stretch, which is a wonderful exercise to work on your hip internal and external rotation, okay? There are different variations you can do for this exercise right here. In this video we're going to see the dynamic variation, and in another video we're going to see the isometrics of the static variation, okay? So now let's see the dynamic variation. All right, so all you want to do is to start sitting down on the floor like this. Now the first thing you want to do is to spread your legs wide apart, and you want to keep your knees at the same level of your hips. So if I watch my hips like from here, I want to see that my knees are on the same line of my hips, so like this. All right, and I want to keep a 90-degree angle here also on my knees, so my feet must stay in line with my knees, okay? So a 90-degree angle here. All right, so from this position I want to anterior pelvic tilt as much as I can. So I want to really open my hips. I want to sit down on my hip bones rather than on my glutes. So I don't want to close my hips, I don't want to curve my spine. I want to keep my lower back really extended. I want to keep my lower back straight and my hips in an anterior pelvic tilt activation, okay? So from this position here, the first variation, the easiest variation is this one. So you can put your hands behind you like this, okay, just to support yourself in the position and to push your body slightly forward like this, okay? Now we're going to work on the hip internal and external rotation, okay? So from this position, what I want to do is to bring this leg down towards this side and this knee down here in front of me. So let me show you how you want to do that. So from this position I just turn my legs laterally like this. So first of all I want to go down with my left knee because I'm I'm shifting towards my left. So I want to move my left leg as much as I can. So without moving my trunk, I want to drive that leg down. Then as I feel that I can't get any further into the stretch, then I start moving also the other leg, okay? But I want to really push that left knee towards the floor, and then I go all the way through the movement like this. As you can see, I'm trying to stay with my hips as close to the floor as possible. Now, as you can see, this position here, in this position here, I have my right hip, so the hip of my back leg. So I am here, so I have my front leg here, which is my left leg, and my back leg here, which is my right leg, okay? So if I want to stretch my front leg, I'm gonna work on my left. If I want to stretch my back leg, I wanna work on my right leg, okay? So in this position, I have my back leg's hip far away from the floor, so I'm not touching the floor with my hip. This is fine, okay? You might be able to touch the floor with your back hip, which is completely fine, but maybe, especially if you're a man, you're not going to do that, okay? But it's fine. You gotta work on that, okay? So from this position, I want to spend a couple of seconds here, and since this is a dynamic variation, we are going to explore only the movement, okay? So from this position here, I wanna drive this knee up. So I wanna try to stay with this knee on the floor as much as I can. So I wanna keep this knee down, and I want to lift this one. So as you can see, I'm trying really to push my knee down, and then as soon as I feel that I can't get any further with that knee, then I start moving also the other knee. All right, and then I change sides. So first the right knee, then the left knee. So I want to keep my front hip on floor. So here I'm moving towards my right, so I want to have my right hip on the floor. And when I am in this position here, as you can see, I'm turning my body towards the side, okay? So I don't want to keep my body like this. I want to turn my body laterally, and I want to keep a 90-degree angle here on my front leg here. As you can see, this is a 90-degree angle, okay? And a 90-degree angle here. This is why it's called the 90-90 stretch, okay? So a 90-degree angle here on the back leg, a 90-degree angle here on the front leg. So I spend a couple of seconds here, and then I move the opposite knee as far as I can. Then as soon as I feel that I can't get any further, I return in the starting position, okay? This is one repetition, okay? I'm gonna do it like a little bit faster just to show you how it goes when you wanna like warm up your hips or work on this dynamic variation during your workouts, okay? So hands behind you, lower back straight. I wanna go down. I turn my body and I come back. I turn my body and I come back. All right, I really wanna, when I am here, I wanna push this hip down, I wanna turn my body, and then when I come back, like in the starting position, I really wanna like drive my knees like out. So this knee must stay on floor, this knee must go out. So I wanna really widen my knees as much as I can. I wanna feel this stretch on my adductors here, on my hips. And again, now, as you can see, I'm moving this leg in external rotation, okay? My front, I'm working on the external rotation of my front leg, okay? And I am working on the internal rotation of my back leg, all right? So this is why this exercise here is really useful to start working on your external and internal rotation of your hips, of course, okay? So again, all right. So this is the first variation with your hands assistance, because here you can really assist the movement with your hands. You can do that dynamically, as you can see. All right, so hips open, and I really want to move, okay? You can do from 10 to 20 repetitions to warm up your hips, and also to work on your internal rotation and external rotation, okay? But this is the first variation. Now, I want to show you another variation which is slightly harder, because you're not going to use your hands anymore, okay? Let's see the second one. All right, guys, so this is the second variation of the 90-90 stretch dynamic variation, okay? So the movement really stays the same, okay? But I don't want to use my hands. So I need to feel that my hips are in an anterior pelvic tilt. I want to really straighten my lower back, my middle back. I want to keep my lower back straight, okay? And from this position, I want to move this knee down first, this knee down first, And then I want to move also the other knee. I go here, feel the stretch. I move this knee first. Then as soon as I feel that I can't get any further, I start moving also the other. And again on the other side. And I come back slowly. All right. Again, as you can see, I'm not using my hands. I'm moving my hips. I'm trying to keep my knees wide as I can. And again. All right. As you can see here, I'm doing exactly the same movement, but I'm not using my hands anymore. So this is slightly harder, both in terms of intensity of the stretches, because when you are here without the assistance of your hands, of course your hips will be pushed further down towards the floor, and you'll feel a deeper sensation of stretch. So the intensity of the stretch is higher, okay? And also in terms of like both the intensity and like also the movement feels harder, because when you are here with your hands, of course you can move your hips with ease because you're going to push with your hands. Here, you can't push with your hands. You really need to do the job by yourself, only with the strength of your hips. So really make sure that you can control the positions, that you feel safe in the positions, and you can handle the positions without your hands. So like you can slowly build up this level without your hands, starting from like the first variation with your hands on the floor. Okay, you start from here, okay, and then when you feel ready, maybe you just put your fingertips on the floor. So you keep a really light assistance of your hands on the floor, really light. You just tap your hands on the floor wherever you feel that maybe you need more assistance, and then when you feel ready, then you can work without your hands, okay? Always from 10 to 20 repetitions, okay, here. Staying in the positions a couple of seconds per rep, okay? So you go towards your left, you remain there a couple of seconds, you come back, a couple of seconds, you go right, couple of seconds, you go back, because you don't want to focus only on the on the position. So a lot of people just do something like, okay, I go here and I go here. Like there's no feeling, there's no focus on the transition. The transition in this exercise is the most important thing. So you don't want to skip the transition. When I'm saying you, okay, you gotta move your knees in a certain way. So you wanna push this knee down and you wanna really widen your knees apart. This is because this movement here creates the stretch, creates the internal or external rotation. And I'm saying you this because this transition here is the most important thing. You don't wanna skip that. Okay, so really take care of the transition. You want to do that slowly, and then when you are here, okay, you can feel the stretch a couple of seconds, and you come also when you come out, as you can see here, this knee is down, this knee is out, and I'm feeling the stretch, I'm forcing the stretch, I'm widening my legs, and then I come back. Okay, so you gotta focus also on the transition. So really take your time to shift from like a position to the other, and also this position here, like the standing position, is really important. So you don't wanna do only, it's not like only this, it's the whole movement that matters. Okay, so this, couple of seconds, this, couple of seconds. I wanna really push my knees out. This, couple of seconds, this, All right, couple seconds again. All right, makes sense? So guys, really remember that the 90-90 stretch, the dynamic variation, is really important to work on your hip internal rotation, which is this movement here, the internal rotation, okay? And external rotation, which is this movement here, because here your hip is in external rotation position, all right? This is external rotation. Okay, so this exercise is really important to work on your internal and external rotation, but you gotta pay attention to the right things, which are the 90-90 position, the transition, and the starting position. Like all these three things are really important if you wanna really make gains, make flexibility gains with the 90-90 stretch, all right? So, hope at this point everything is clear for the 90-90 stretch. You can use this exercise to warm up your hips, so maybe before a strength workout, before a flexibility workout, whatever you want, you can use this exercise to improve your flexibility, to warm up your hips, and to work on your internal and external rotation. Because in every discipline on the planet which involves the legs, you're going to use both the external and internal rotation. So if you have really good internal and external hip rotation, then you're good to go. Okay, so you can use it as a warm-up. I really like to use this as a warm-up because it's not that intense as a stretch. It's a dynamic stretch, so it's perfect for being used during the warm-ups. Okay, 10 to 20 reps. Start with the assisted variation with your hands on floor, and then slowly build up your strength, build up your control, until you can manage doing this position, this stretch, without the assistance of your hands. Okay, the hardest variation. All right, so hope everything is clear at this point. If you got any further questions or any doubts, or you try this exercise here and you want to let me know, please write everything down in the comments. Okay, and I'd be really happy to answer to all your questions and comments. Okay, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. It is really important for me and for the channel, just to spread out the message. All right, guys, so thank you so much for watching. Have a nice stretch and see you in the next video.